Get it today, only at Blockbuster.
Let's get ready to crumble!
Okay, so I gotta make it clear. Right now from the start. This is a real game. This is the real ClayFighter Sculptor cut. It is dirty as all hell, unfortunately, because, you know, that's what happens when you rent games as kids. Still got some of the security sticker on it. And I did not pay the $300 to $400 price point it goes for on eBay. I'm never going to spend that much. I did a personal trade with a friend, and I got a good deal on it. They got a good deal on some other stuff. I love N64 a lot. I love I'm trying to rebuild my collection, and it was a good find. So just so you guys know, disclaimer right ahead of time, it is a real game, but no, I did not pay that insane amount of money. And I don't recommend anyone else doing that as well. Don't ever pay that much for this game. Trust me, it's not worth it. So here's a bit of background information for why this game even exists. As you probably guessed already, the first iteration of ClayFighter 63 and a third, released on N64, was kind of rushed in 1997. So the team went back and polished up the game, adding and removing features that they felt, you know, were necessary. And because of poor sales of the first game, the most they can get was a rental only off of Blockbuster and other like stores. Also this time around, they did an awesome kick-ass animated intro.
A meteor crash one fateful day turned muddled creatures into clay, with heroes bent on doing right and twisted foes up for the fight. ClayFighter! 1-to-1 they set the stage. ClayFighter! Pounding clay is all the rage. That may have been all to the tale, but Dr. Kiln planned to prevail and re-release the meteor's goo and set more fighters on the loose. ClayFighter! They punch and kick and they do tricks. ClayFighter! And some are made as hard as bricks. So Kiln grins from ear to ear. Claymoto Isle just quakes in fear, but none of our heroes have their way and force the evil goons to pay. ClayFighter! Blow by blow, no turning back. ClayFighter! Living mud on the attack, but who will win the final match?
Alright, so a couple of changes they did within the game. One of the lists on it was going to be the changes to the way insane combos and combo breakers were done. Some changes also when it came to new menu setup, 4 new characters, intro sequence added, a couple of special moves were added to some characters overall, I should say. Yeah, Blob stage was changed to Growl Lunch to Refuge Room, which really wasn't that big of a deal. New voice clips, you got some Claytalities removed and added. You have a new story mode for each of the characters, so the actual characters don't have to end with Dr. Killen. They actually have their own little rival fight, which is pretty cool. You have Word from Jim is now just unlockable, and then now you have Dr. Killen, who's a starter character. Ichabod Clay supers are updated, and the 3D scrolling has been pretty much changed around, so it's a lot easier to be able to smash people through the doors, or, you know, so you don't get stuck in a constant loop of it back and forth, which is a pretty good change. Now, them changing the combo system was really superfluous. You can still do combos, you can still do a couple of knockout stuff, but pretty much from what I understand, they removed some of the auto combos, which I never really even noticed. They still have some of the supers, but overall they try to polish and balance out the gameplay for it. As far as the other changes, everything seemed pretty on point. I mean, I don't know if it's from me playing the games as much as I was for the last couple of days, but I think that even the animations look a little smoother. Things just looked a little bit better on this version, so... I mean, the only real blow part is that they changed how combos are done, they changed how the Claytalities are done, but I mean, other than that... As stated before, there are 4 new characters added to this game. Lady Liberty, a self-designated freedom fighter, Lady Liberty has sworn to oppose evil wherever it may exist. America! The Zappa Yao Yao Boys, Fufu on top, Kling in the middle, and Kapu in the bottom, island natives who just want the fighters off their island. Now, they look cool. I love the design and ability of them stacking them, able to throw each other through attacks and stuff like that, but it sucks because you can tell they don't play well. They really don't. They look more powerful than they really are, and I lost a lot trying to even get used to them, so... But other than that, I love the Zika Boys, though. Lockjaw Pooch was once Dr. Killen's pit bull terrier. Lockjaw is mutated by the meteorite goop into the monstrosity he is now. An awesome gag with Lockjaw is that technically he's speaking dog, but he can't speak English, so they kind of mix up with some of the trade dialogue between him and Boogerman, which I thought was hilarious. High Five, once Dr. Killen's right-hand man, High Five has become tired of following the Mad Doctor's will. Becoming huge from the meteorite goop that was spilled onto him while he was still attached to Dr. Killen, he is now a formidable force on the side of good. Okay, so funny story, and it was literally until I was doing this review I found this out. I thought High Five was a bad guy. I really did. Reading his bio, he is a good guy. He's trying to stop the Doctor. But it blows my mind the way he looks and how horrific that is. He's the good guy. Now, another awesome thing they added to this game is an actual real story mode. Now, you actually have a series of fighters and opponents that you have to fight, and you actually have an end boss, like an actual end person that relates towards some sort of like story mode or something. So you feel every time you play through each different character, you feel like it's actually different for a good reason. Now, the text dialogue before the fight, awesome. The end credits, awesome. So I think that's one thing they put 110% in. And now there's something I really wanted to talk to in my last video, but I'm gonna say it now. The shitty Claytalities. I was spoiled from Mortal Kombat. I don't know if it's because I was spoiled with all the other fighting games that did really good fatalities, but their Claytalities suck. Claytalities are super bad. They're not even structured right. They're just not good.
Take it! Claytality!
See, a lot of them revolve around the same way of dispatching your foes. And yes, there is a few cool ones, like Girl from Jim's Cow Slam, or Bad Mr. Frost doing his ice cream cone, or Santa doing his butt stomp. But the more I play, the more I see the laziness within each of their moves. Okay, so like first, a couple different categories of the way the Claytalities work. First, you got one that's gonna launch your opponent into the sky, and it goes into the air, and it hits the camera in the sky, goes, and then drops. Okay, that's the first one.
Claytality!
Okay, you got the second style one, where they go in and like they hit them so hard that the character splats on the ground and goes flat. Like they go on the ground and that's it really. I mean there's some other ones, variation of it, but you got that.
Oh, hush up! Loser! Eat this! Smash! Ooh, Claytality!
The third one is you have the whole setup of hits, like they'll punch him really hard or kick him really hard or something, or whip him hard, and they'll just cut the model in half and the model goes or falls to the ground or whatever. It's really uninteresting.
I'm almost done for. Claytality!
You got the fourth one where you're gonna be like the character gets stunned. So like if your character's like, oh no, I'm dead, and then the guy comes and does something really quirky and weird and woo, your opponent's just still standing there. Like they don't die, they don't get hurt, they don't even fall to the ground. They're just frozen standing there staring at you for all times. And like sometimes it can be funny, but it's just uninteresting.
Claytality! Claytality!
Another successful experiment.
Claytality!
And honestly, the fifth thing is that they have good Claytalities that are funny. I'm not saying they don't. There's a few I chuckle at, there's a few I love, but it's not the majority of them. And I feel like a lot of it was wasted space even having these characters do certain moves where you're like, okay, cool, they literally just did the move they normally do in a game, but stronger, and then knocked the opponent in half, or it squished them, or it popped them. Now, the funny ones are like Bad Mr. Frost has one where he squishes them, it turns them into an ice cream cone, or a snow cone, funny. Earth from Jim drops a cow on them, funny. Taffy has one where he makes the other person into a clone, and ends up fighting them, ends up shooting them, and then, I don't know, it's weird. It's funny though. And that's actually the highlight for me for a lot of them.
The naughty list. Snow cone squeeze! Pocus pocus! You blow! You suck! Your mother's a claymate! Ouch! You need a ride in the Hurtmobile! That's a rip! Kiblet time! Who's the man?
Choke on my jokes. That's it. Well, here it comes. All right, sucker.
Claytality!
So also, I don't know if this is a fluke. So my N64 has an expansion pack in it. It normally doesn't cause any issue with recording, doesn't cause anything until I was playing this game. And as I was trying to get footage for this game, it would just kept crashing, just randomly crash. I don't know if it's coincidence or not, but I had to end up putting in the jumper pack into it, which I had to dig out of storage because I had no idea where it was. and it was funny because the error it kept having was a memory compression error. So I don't think it was related, maybe it wasn't, but just wanted to state because I haven't seen anywhere else online of anyone else having issues with an expansion pack doing gameplay, but might as well put my 2 cents in for that.
And now it's time for Wiki's fun fact. ClayFighter Sculptor Cut has an incredibly fleshed out Developer's Bug Mode, showing an overhead map and that gives you full access to all selectable fighters, and also able to explore the map at any given means. This layout, it helps in my opinion to show the hard work that went into going into this remix.
I mean, to be honest, I just wish they had an option to reduce how much the voices played when they're doing the moves. I mean, the problem persists from the last game, and I guess it runs off the same engine, but that should have been an option to reduce how much the voice clips play. I mean, I would have been happy with that, but can't get everything. So that's really it. I mean, the Sculptor Cut is a superior version against 6.3 1/3. It's a better game. Now, is it worth the money? Hell no. Okay, go find some AliExpress bootleg cart or go download a ROM or whatever to just try it out. But it's not worth the money unless you're a hardcore collector. But let's be honest, if you're a hardcore collector, you're gonna find someone outside of eBay to buy your stuff off of because you're not gonna be getting scalped that hard. Other than that, it's a good version. It's really good.
The coolest cinematic gaming experience there is.
You know, sometimes I feel a bit burned out of all these fighting games, though. I mean, if only Nintendo 64 was known for something else, something bigger. I just can't put my finger on it. No. Yes. This will do nicely. Hey guys, thank you for watching to the end. This is the little outro part. Thank you so much for watching. I want to say that I really appreciate it, and that next video is going to be on Mario Party, and then maybe Mario Party 2, and then maybe Mario Party 3. I don't know. But just want to give my thanks. So there's more to come, and thank you.